You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Tuesday, the 2nd of September. Chips are digital diamonds and India is key to semiconductor future, says PM Modi. Army Chief Asim Munir joins PM Sharif as Pakistan faces SCO snub. And activists in Canada flag Pakistani atrocities in Balochistan. And now for all the details. Prime Minister Narendra Modi on Tuesday received the country's first made-in-India semiconductor chip at the inauguration of Semicon India 2025 in New Delhi. Union IT Minister Ashwini Vaishnav presented the Vikram 32-bit processor developed by ISRO's Semiconductor Lab along with test chips from 4 approved projects to the Prime Minister. Modi, in his address, said that India is set to become a significant contributor to the global $1 trillion semiconductor industry. He said chips are digital diamonds and that his government has made chip making a top priority for India's economic strategy. Highlighting progress in domestic design and innovation, Modi noted that design centers in Noida and Bengaluru are developing some of the world's most advanced chips capable of storing billions of transistors. With the government pushing to reduce reliance on imports and rival established hubs like Taiwan, India's semiconductor market is projected to be worth $63 billion by 2026.
आज सेमीकंडक्टर्स का ग्लोबल मार्केट $600 बिलियन तक पहुंच रहा है और अगले कुछ साल में ये $1 ट्रिलियन को भी पार कर जाएगा और मुझे विश्वास है भारत जिस तेजी से सेमीकंडक्टर सेक्टर में आगे बढ़ रहा है इस $1 ट्रिलियन मार्केट शेयर में एक अहम हिस्सा भारत का रहने वाला है। आज दुनिया का 20% सेमीकंडक्टर डिजाइन टैलेंट भारत कंट्रीब्यूट करता है। भारत में जो यूथ है वो सेमीकंडक्टर इंडस्ट्री की सबसे बड़ी ह्यूमन कैपिटल फैक्ट्री है।
And former U.S. National Security Advisor Jake Sullivan has alleged that U.S. President Donald Trump has thrown away ties with India over Pakistan's willingness to do business with Trump's family. While highlighting the importance of India-U.S. relationship, Sullivan said that Trump's move hampers trust of U.S. allies on Washington and that the country has worked to build a relationship with India, a country that they should be aligned with on technology, talent, economics and issues like China. His remarks come amid the rising friction between Washington and New Delhi due to the 50% tariffs imposed on Indian goods, which include a 25% penalty for buying Russian oil. Meanwhile, Trump, in a post on social media platform Truth Social, said that India has offered to reduce its tariffs on US goods to zero, even as PM Modi was making public shows of solidarity with Chinese and Russian leaders in the face of trade pressure from Washington. Calling the US relationship with India one-sided, he wrote, "They have now offered to cut their tariffs to nothing, but it's getting late. They should have done so years ago." Moving on, Pakistan's Army Chief Field Marshal Asim Munir arrived in Tianjin as Pakistan PM Shehbaz Sharif was sidelined by other member states at the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Asim Munir also joined Sharif in bilateral discussions with Chinese officials and a meeting with Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi. The army chief is also likely to meet Russian President Vladimir Putin and is expected to attend China's military parade day on 3rd of September. This comes amid a major diplomatic win for India. The member states of the SCO strongly condemned the April 22 Pahalgam terrorist attack, expressed condolences to the victims and called for justice against those responsible. The Tianjin Declaration also conveyed a strong and a unified message against terrorism. The declaration rejected double standards in counter-terrorism efforts and emphasized that the importance of global cooperation to prevent the cross-border movement of terrorists. Moving on, the Canadian Baloch Congress put a spotlight on Pakistan's human rights abuses as it commemorated the UN Day for Victims of Enforced Disappearances. The activists in Toronto said global attention is crucial as enforced disappearances escalate in Balochistan and beyond.
The Canadian Baloch Congress held a human rights conference in Toronto, marking the UN Day for Victims of Enforced Disappearances. The event highlighted Pakistani state abuses in Balochistan, where thousands of political activists remain missing and rights defenders are unlawfully detained. Speakers said enforced disappearances and rights violations have reached alarming levels across Balochistan, Sindh, and Khyber Pakhtunkhwa.
On the day of Enforced Disappearances International Day, I will demand State of Pakistan to release all who they have detained unlawfully. It's not fair, and as we said that Amnesty International and International Human Rights Commission and Human Rights Watch had also make this a law that it is unlawful to detain any human being, any person without any allegations and putting it at the location that nobody knows. It's a torture for families, it's a torture for that person, and it is a torture for the society.
The Baloch Yakjahti Committee, whose leader Dr. Maharang Baloch has been put behind bars. And the situation over there is getting precarious because now there are anti-terrorist laws that has been passed. So anyone who is opposed to Islamabad, opposed against enforced disappearances or human rights violations, will be facing terror charges. So every political activist is now potentially, in the eyes of Pakistan, a terrorist. And they will be taken away, disappeared as anti-state activists or anti-state terrorists. And there will be no trials for that.
As in our back home, Balochistan, situation is entirely worse and earth-breaking. Pakistani army and Pakistan intelligence agencies are abducting the people, and every day on a routine basis. No one is safe in Balochistan. Baloch students are abducted from classrooms, and Baloch fathers are abducted from their homes, and daughters are abducted from the streets. So all situation is worse in Balochistan. We are here to raise our voice, to bring our situation in front of the world. We hope one day the world powers and the world democracies will understand what's going on with us in Balochistan.
Balochistan has long faced rights abuses and resource exploitation by both Islamabad and Beijing. While Baloch armed groups fight for independence, rights activists turn to global platforms, as Pakistani media largely ignores their struggle.
And after one of the deadliest earthquakes in recent years left Afghanistan trembled, at least 812 people have been confirmed dead, thousands injured, and countless others still trapped beneath collapsed homes. The magnitude 6.0 earthquake struck the mountains of eastern Afghanistan on Sunday, just 27 kilometers from Jalalabad. The majority of the devastation occurred in Kumara province. The Taliban authorities have informed that the rugged terrain and inclement weather has posed significant challenges for rescuers, but response units from relief agencies have been deployed to the affected areas to speed up operations. In the chaos, families rushed out their homes, running in fear as walls cracked and roofs crumbled. In the silence that follows disaster, grief lingers. The valleys of Kumara now echo with prayers and the cries of children who no longer have parents to hold them. Families sit in the ruins of their villages, staring at the stones that once formed their homes, asking why the earth took so much for them in just one night.
خیمزمانم زدران د ودې د غزي آباد د لوی مرکزی کلیم او د شپې 12 بجې د 11 تاریخ د سمبولیټ د دوشنبه شپه او د شپې سخت زلزلہ وشوله او تقریبا چې یو 200 زخمیان منګه انتقال کړ چې البته په تیارو کې او 3.5 شهیدان د خاور لاندې پراته دي او ټول کورونه ویجاړ دي او زمونږ د منطقي د ځان د نورګل د ولسوالۍ عارض شماش سویل دره پمن دره او د ودیرو مرکزی کلی مسعود او لودلام او مزار دا ټول د زلزلې والدي او خراب کړي دي.
اوس هغه اصراري حالت دی، امرجنسي حالت دی چې اوس هغه ټکانونه دغه کې مسلسل را روان دي الله دې هغه خیر دغه کړي خو خلک په هغه ویره او ډار کې دي خپل کورونه پرېښي دي داسې شړګا ځایونو کې او داسې خاص ځایونو ته وتلي دي میدانو ته او هلته د هماغه شپې نه تر اوسه پورې هلته په انتظار کې دي.
Meanwhile, India has also expressed condolences and sent humanitarian aid to Afghanistan after the earthquake. External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar said he spoke with Taliban's Foreign Minister Amir Khan Muttaqi and that relief material has already been dispatched to Kumara with more assistance to follow. And Sri Lankan President Anura Dissanayake has pledged a transparent investigation into the excavation of a mass grave at Chemmani in Jaffna district. The president said that he has nothing to hide and he wants to make sure that such things are not repeated. Our aspiration is to build a state where such mass graves will never be created again, the president added. Thereafter, the Jaffna Magistrates Court declared it officially a mass grave and ordered a court-supervised excavation. Excavations in the fifth phase at the Chemmani cemetery uncovered skeletal remains belonging to 12 more individuals on August 31st. Remains of 209 people have been unearthed, including 191 that have already been exhumed. The current phase of excavations began on August 25 and will continue until September 7. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.